Well, actually, I think this does apply to you if you don't celebrate those holidays, because if you have no one to spend the holidays with, you might be abroad, you might be out of town for work, school, or you might not have a relationship with your family and friends that's strong enough where you feel comfortable in their presence. Hi, I'm Selena. I share wellness, travel, and fashion on my YouTube channel, and I think not having anyone to spend the holidays with really resonates with me because I am one of them to an extent. So today we'll talk about my situation in not having anyone to spend the holidays with, feelings leading up to the holidays, what I recommend doing leading up to the holidays, on the day of the holiday, and how to handle emotions, questions, just basically how to handle this situation overall, because it's very heavy, to be honest. I'd like to share a trigger warning. I will be talking about grief in this video, so if you're sensitive to that topic, feel free to explore another one of my videos that might be a bit more light. With my situation, I share about this on my channel, but my father passed away unexpectedly last year, and he is the only tie I have to any type of extended family. I don't have anyone on my mother's side. She passed away expectedly when I was a teenager, an early teenager, a tween, I don't know. I've just been experiencing a lot of grief. I won't dive too much into the details of my personal life. I am married, but with my side of the family, my extended family, they're great. I love them very much, but I'm sure they can understand that it is kind of awkward for me if I spend every single holiday. It just kind of brings up a lot of feelings and emotions, and I'm sure they're experiencing it too now that they have these upcoming holidays without my dad. And for reference, my dad lives in Ohio. I live down south, about 9 hours away. So as you can imagine, I recently moved down here a couple years ago. I spent the first Christmas down here. I was going to spend it up there in 2023. He passed away about a week before he was supposed to come visit me down here. So with that said, there's just a lot going on. And before that, I didn't spend every holiday with my extended family. It was more so with my husband's, because rotating, since we moved down here with my husband's family, you have to find that balance when you're married. I say that I don't have anyone to spend the holidays with to an extent. Of course, I have my in-laws, but I'd be lying if I said there's no emptiness. It gets hard for me around the holidays, and I understand that I don't have the worst situation in the world. I want to acknowledge that things could always be worse. I hope that in sharing my thoughts, my feelings, that it can help someone out there, and I have some suggestions to help you get through it, because you are not alone by any means whatsoever. When I'm spending time with my in-laws, who I love them very much as well, it just gets hard, I know I'm getting in my head, which we will talk about, but it just gets hard because sometimes it's like, well, I wish I had a family that's really close. I wish I had immediate family. I wish I had parents. I wish I had people who will be super close. And you know what? It's just not like that. And I don't want to say that's okay. I also don't want to say it is what it is, because that sounds rough. I think it's just the cards that I was dealt with. In leading up to the holidays, I feel like, especially now, the day of filming, it is November 20th, and I'm thinking about Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. These are all holidays traditionally spent in the US. If you celebrate the holidays, this video is more so for you. Of course, if you don't celebrate these days due to religion, culture, etc., this doesn't apply. Well, actually, I think this does apply to you if you don't celebrate those holidays, because you might have those days off work. I was friends with someone who was a Jehovah's Witness, and I think they separated from the church, but they were saying how when they were active in the church, their parents would still hold gatherings on Christmas, Thanksgiving, because you have the day off and everyone has availability. This video still applies. Leading up to the holidays, with a lot of the media out there, a lot of the deals, the sales, I think just random memories pop into my head. I think that gets really hard leading up to it and during the day. and then after, I highly encourage you to let yourself experience those emotions as they come to you. This is so much easier said than done, I understand. But from experience, I've learned that bottling it up is worse. If you feel the need to cry because you saw something that reminds you of someone and you just don't have that relationship, or unfortunately they're no longer here, I think it's okay to experience those feelings, take a break, take a step back. I often do that. I don't think anyone notices, but I just try to step away. If I'm in a family gathering and something reminds me of something, I just go to the bathroom. I don't think it's necessary to share with everyone in the room what's going on. I don't know if anyone would ask, but being able to express your emotions is really important. Or at least letting your emotions come out is really important. Now, the day of the holidays, this is very unique to you, but I want you to consider a lot of things. Number one, if you have something scheduled for that day already, do it, but I want you to schedule something for yourself. Here's what I mean. I am scheduled to work Christmas this year, and I thought that was really hard because it's like, okay, this day is going to be super hard for me anyways. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it, but I'm going to schedule something for myself, something that I'm able to do for me. It is on a Wednesday. I think everyone else has that day off, but I want to do something for myself. I might take a hot bath. I might paint my nails. I might take a walk by myself, take a walk with the dog. I might journal. I did this thing where I would talk to my dad just in the abyss because I like to think that he's watching over me. I don't know what I believe in when it comes to the afterlife, but I hope to believe that he's always with me. If you don't have anything scheduled for the day, I need you to schedule something, okay? What I would recommend is figuring out what either activity makes you happy or is helpful in the moment. I've learned that travel has really helped me with my grief journey, and I found that it's something that I really enjoy. I have this on my YouTube channel as well in a vlog, but I planned an international trip to Greece. Oh, the sun. Does this help if I do that? Go like this? Oh. Okay, we're just gonna have the sun shield real quick. I planned an international trip to Greece, and really it was just to get away from my birthday because my birthday is a really sad day, and I just feel like for some reason, someone or something, it just always, something bad happens. I don't know. But anyways, I'm not saying you need to travel, you need to go on vacation, but I would see what's available near you, where you could go, what's available in your area. First thing that comes to mind is maybe a day trip somewhere 30 minutes out. Some people stay in their city, but they get an Airbnb or a hotel. You can do a cruise. That's just something to think about as well. If I had the opportunity to, I definitely would. I like to think of it as, getting away, spending time for myself. This really is just a self-development thing. As far as other folks, you may be single. You may be someone that is far away from your family. You can't travel back. And in knowing that, other people may invite you to their Thanksgiving dinners or their Christmas events. I want you to ask yourself, is that going to be something helpful for you? Would you feel out of place? Would you feel like sorry for you? So be selective in letting folks know in your situation, because if that's helpful for you and being in a group setting, being in someone else's home, if they accept you like family, that's totally fine. And I support you in doing that for sure. But just be mindful of that too if anyone invites you over. I believe the movie theaters are open Christmas Eve and or Christmas, because my mother-in-law, when we would rotate, I think they would always do Christmas Day movies. If you wanted to do something for yourself, figure out what would be helpful for you. When it comes to questions, you guys, when it comes to questions about, oh, what are you doing for the holidays? What are you going to do tomorrow? It's okay to lie, okay? I got my teeth cleaned yesterday. I don't know if I know a difference, but I got my teeth cleaned yesterday, which I was really sad because I thought I'd been doing well with flossing, and she scraped a lot more than I thought. That's not the point. But she's like, oh, are you going back to Ohio for Thanksgiving? And I was like, no. But I should have lied. I should have just been more like, no, we're just going to stay local, blah, blah, blah. I think I shared way too much emotion. I should have just said something else, but it's okay to lie or omit things if your coworkers or people that you don't know very well ask you what you're doing. I also want to note it is okay to stay off of social media or limit your social media time. I think watching YouTube is good, or watching movies. You can still scroll, but I wouldn't spend hours at a time scrolling and seeing other people's celebratory things. It just may not be good for your headspace at that moment, but just something to consider. That's it, y'all. I just really wanted to come in here and share my thoughts. I know on the holidays I'm going to be watching YouTube, so if you have any recommendations for any YouTube channels, please let me know down in the comment section down below. Again, I'm grateful just to be here, and I'm grateful that I do have people to see on the holidays. I'm grateful that I have a husband, I have a dog, I have things that are happy in my life. You know, I have things to be grateful for. I hope that you find something in your life that you're grateful for, and just be mindful that you're not alone in this situation. If you need to, please feel free to reach out to your therapist, go to therapy. If you want to leave a comment in the comment section down below, I'd love to just hear your story and respond to you. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, share, subscribe. And if you don't, I just appreciate you being here. Bye!